Hello everybody, welcome to another tarot reading. My name is Amber and this is Earthy Indigo. I hope that you are doing very well today or tonight or whenever it is that you are tuning in to this reading. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. You will notice that this is a different setup. That is because I've had a very long day and I'm just too tired to sit at my desk right now. So we're just hanging out here on the floor in pajamas, so I hope that you are comfortable. I hope that you are having a good day. We're just going to jump right into this. So I'm feeling very called to do this reading. I wasn't going to do a reading today because, like I said, I'm tired, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this message. I'm getting very strong earth energy, so apply how it resonates for you. I have a card here, and the reason why I have this card out is because it was actually in a different deck. One that it's not supposed to be in, so I felt like it was applicable for this reading. So we're going to look at that, and then we're going to get into the tarot, and then some oracle cards. So this card is past friend. So for some of you, maybe you are dealing with a past friend. Maybe you've been thinking about a past friend. Maybe this past friend is an earth sign. Apply that how that resonates for you. Please do keep in mind that we have more than just the sun sign. So if you are not familiar with your natal chart, then, you may want to be familiar with that. I'm feeling an urge to shuffle again. So this is pre-shuffled, but we're going to shuffle again, which I don't usually do. So let's see what we need to know about this past friend. So first of all, who is this past friend? Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles. There's that earth energy coming out. 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so strong earth energy and water energy. Let me turn this around so you guys can actually see that. So 6 of Cups is confirming the past friend for me. This could be somebody that you had worked with. Maybe this is somebody who... I'm feeling like there could have been some sort of an argument here. Somebody may be having a hard time letting go. I don't know if that's you or this other person. The numbers 6, 7, or 4 could be applicable. April, June, or July for some here. Can we get more information on this 4 of Pentacles? Why am I feeling like this is angry energy? So we have the Knight of Wands, fire energy coming out here. Queen of Swords, which is air energy. And we have the 9 of Cups. So it kind of feels to me like maybe somebody didn't get some sort of wish fulfillment here in the past. I don't know if that was you or the other person. I'm kind of feeling like this Knight of Wands and this Queen of Swords are 2 separate people here, 2 separate energies, and they're facing away from each other. I feel like that's significant. I feel like this Knight of Cups should be in the reverse because I feel like this wish fulfillment wasn't fulfilled. Whatever wish this was. This Knight of Wands and this Queen of Swords, they went separate ways. There could be an age difference here. Between these 2 individuals, there could be it could be a fire sign and an air sign, which I think I already said, but I'm going to say that again. Could be something here to do with, for some of you, this Queen of Swords could have been the one that walked away. There could have been something here to do with honesty, because we have the Queen of Swords, and she's holding the sword of truth there. Okay, so why is this past friend coming up? What do we need to know? King of Pentacles. I told you guys, earth sign. Somebody here is an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be a masculine too, with the King of Pentacles. Okay, tell us more. Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Somebody's healing. Tell us more. The number 14 could be significant. That reduces down to the number 5. Somebody could have a life path number of the number 5. We have 5, 6, 7. Didn't we have an 8 and 4? 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. Interesting. We have progression here. And we have a 10. On the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. There's progression here. All we're missing is the 8. 8 is the number of infinity. It also it's also the month of September. That could be applicable for some here. So this King of Pentacles is healing. What are they healing from? Ten of Cups. Could be some sort of a connection. Maybe you were in a connection with this person, or they were in a connection with somebody else. I'm not really sure. Play how it resonates for you. Tell us more. The Ace of Wands and the 9 of Wands. For some of you, I'm kind of getting this feeling like this King of Pentacles might be wanting to come in to heal something with you. We have the Wounded Warrior with the 9 of Wands, and we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Aquarius energy, also the Divine Masculine. And that's followed by the 5 of Pentacles. So for some of you, I don't think that you are in communication with this past friend. I think that this past friend, in some way or another, for some of you, I'm hearing like hot-headed. There could have been arguments or disputes between the two of you, and I feel like the two of you went your own separate ways. I feel like the Queen of Swords, whoever that was in the situation, was the one who like really like cut things off. I feel like they had to stand their ground in some way. This King of Pentacles here, and like I said, I don't know if this is you or if this is the other person. But this King of Pentacles here is healing from something to do with some sort of a connection. This could be family. But they're wanting a passionate new beginning here. But they're wounded. Or they're healing their wounds. But they still feel... I don't know, it's almost like they still don't feel ready. Even though they're showing up as the King of Pentacles, it's almost like they still don't feel like they're ready. But why? I want to get more information on this 10 of Wands, and then I want to get more information on the 9 of Wands. But let's talk about the 10 of Cups here. I know I said 10 of Wands, but I meant 10 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, and it came out in the reverse. So it could have been a water sign for some of you. But with a queen showing up opposite a king, that to me is talking about a connection, especially with the 10 of Cups here. So like I said, it could have been a water sign. But yeah. I think that whatever this was, this King of Pentacles here is trying to heal from that. I don't know if that was recent or if that was past for this king here. So let's talk about the 9 of Wands, because they still have this 9 of Wands here, so they're still feeling wounded. So let's talk about that. Why is the 9 of Wands here? Hermit, Virgo energy, more earth energy coming out here. Okay, so for some of you, maybe this... Hold on. Let's get more information. Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So we've got 2 aces showing up here. I feel like this King of Pentacles is... They have this, like... It's like they're starting on this, like, new beginning. This, like, new journey. But they're carrying along this wound still. But I think that for most of them, I think that they are going inwards how do I say this? They're like doing the shadow work, you know, like they're doing the work needed to heal. And that could be why, like, maybe you've been thinking about them, because maybe they've been thinking about you. Maybe they've been thinking about the situation that happened in the past and why you two disconnected. Or maybe you are the one that has been doing the healing, and you're the one who's been thinking about what happened in the past and why things disconnected between you and this friend. Take it how it resonates, flip it, switch it, reverse it, whatever you got to do. But that's what I'm getting here with that. It's like this feeling of like this person is kind of like reminiscing on the past, but not with rose tinted glasses. It's kind of like almost like they're recognizing their wrong moves. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's get some advice for whoever is watching this, and then we'll move on. So we have the Chariot, Cancer energy showing up here. That's you know, forward movement. I want to get a clarity card too, because the Chariot can also talk about choices, and it can also talk about you know, balance. So I feel like we need clarity here, but we have another number 7, and we have another number 9, and another number 9. So we have 999. We have all 4 9s, and we have 2 7s. Numbers could be really significant for somebody here. And we have 2 aces, which are 1s, so we have the 11 as well. Somebody here may be seeing angel numbers, or maybe getting synchronicities or signs through numbers, because I don't usually, like, I'm not usually drawn to the numbers. All right, let's get another card for Chariot on the advice, please. The 9 of Swords. So I think that this is talking about continuing to, you know, move forward with healing. You know, not letting things stress you out. We have the High Priestess here. So for some of you, I feel like if you resonate with being the person who is thinking about what you may possibly have, you know, we'll say done wrong, because I don't know how else to say that caused this disconnection, then I think that this is talking about continuing to move forward with your healing. Trust your intuition, you know, and it's part of the process. You know, some of you may be experiencing bad dreams, or maybe anxiety, or maybe you think about these memories and stuff a lot at night. You know, meditation, guided meditation may be able to help you with that. But, you know, it's part of the process. Now, please do keep in mind, too, that I'm not a doctor or therapist, so I can't, you know, provide any advice along those lines. So if you do feel like you may need, you know, to go in that direction, please do seek the appropriate advice. Don't take that from me, but that's just what I'm feeling for that. Now, if you're resonating where you're thinking about this person that you walked away from in the past because of their actions, then it could be because, first of all, you could be an empath here, especially with the High Priestess showing up here. We also have Pisces and Cancer energy with that, but you could be picking up on that energy. But it's also like a reminder, you know, that's what that is. It's like ghosts from the past. Does that make sense? It's like almost like this person's being haunted by ghosts from the past. And you both probably are. But, you know, some of you may just be picking up on that energy. So if you're wondering why you're suddenly thinking about this person, you know, that could be why. But yeah. It's followed by the Fool. So we have Aries energy as well. There's definitely a new beginning here. I think that both of you, regardless of the situation that you are in or how it resonates for you, I think you've both done a lot of healing, and have, you know, have moved forward and are stepping into these new beginnings here with the Fool and then the 2 aces that showed up. That's really nice. You know, just keep moving forward. All right, so let's get some signs from the stars and see what signs we can get. I have I do have the twin flame messages. I kind of feel called to pull some of those, even though there wasn't really that much energy coming through here, but for some of you, it may resonate for you in that way. So the first one we have out is spiders. So that could be a sign for somebody here. We also have lotus. And we have 222. So there's another angel number. And we have birds. Getting birds of paradise. Birds of a feather flock together. Alright, let's get some of these twin flame messages because I feel called to get a few of these. I'm actually going to use the other deck. I'm going to use the Burning Heart one. So take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like there's messages here from this deck. So the first one we have is I'm ready to take my mask off. And then I realize all the mistakes I've made. Yeah, I told you guys. I told you that's what this is. Whether this is you, like whoever this is resonating for, that's exactly what this is. This person, this past friend is thinking about the mistakes that they've made, or you're thinking about the mistakes that you made with this past friend, however it resonates for you, you know. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, we have, I've been manifesting you. Okay, well, been wondering why you've been getting their vibes. There you go. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. You tame my demons. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. And I am in love with you. So take it how it resonates for you. All right, let's get some Lightworker messages. Okay, well, we have an answer. If somebody was asking a question, you have an answer. And the answer is no. It says, wait, postpone, pause, say no. And then we have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Let's do an angel number. So we have 1010. Wow, we have 1010 and 2020. Interesting. Telling you guys progression here. Okay, so 1010. It's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It's time to put those long-cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Endings are beginnings. All right, 2020. Compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, and renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. Okay, now let's get an animal for you guys. We have Hawk, Messenger. Yeah, I really feel like this person is going to communicate with you, or you're feeling guided to communicate with this person. And again, I'm just going to say trust your intuition. But hawks always for me are signs of messages. So we have Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future and let yourself ascend to new heights. So again, some of you are getting signs and synchronicities for sure, possibly through angel numbers. Okay, let's get a note from the universe. Okay, we have 2. So the first one says, it's not the unseen that's fiction, but the seen. And you know how fiction goes. You get to make stuff up. Tally-ho, the universe. Which incidentally, you do rather well. It means that you are the creator of your own. Sorry, that's my air freshener. So the last one we have says, do you know what people who amass wealth, friends, and laughter have in common with those who don't? Very often, both look around at their lives and say, yeah, this is who I am. I must have been meant to be here. Must be a trick of the light, the universe. Rarely do they notice that their thoughts precede their condition because nothing is meant to be. Like I was saying, we are the creators of our own reality. You know? It's like I try to tell my daughter, like, a day is just a day. You decide for yourself whether or not it's going to be a good day. Now, you know, not so pleasant things can happen. A lot of pleasant things can happen, you know, but you ultimately are the one who decides at the end of the day if that day was a good day or not, regardless of what happened. It's up to you and your mindset. All right, final messages from the universe. Thank you all very much for taking some time to hang out here with me. I do hope that you got the messages that you were looking for, if you were looking for them. I hope that these messages reached whoever it was that it needed to reach. But we have 2 final ones here. So the first one says, focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. Yeah. Your thoughts, if your thoughts create your reality and you're constantly thinking about, you know, woe is me, well, then you're going to have a woe is me reality because that's what you're creating for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that came out right. I'm getting very tired. This is the last card, you guys. All right, it says, when you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what could have been, you continue to hold yourself in a place of resistance. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. Wow, there you go. There you go. That pretty much was sums up the whole reading. That was a perfect way to end this reading. All right, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whenever it was you were tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.